Hello and welcome back to my hangar for another update video. Patch 12.3 landed today, and again, mainly it's fixes, hangar fixes, arena commander fixes, a whole big list of fixes in the patch notes. I'm going to link the patch notes again down below to kind of so everyone can take a look at them properly, because I'm not going to go through and read them. This was like a 650 meg patch, something like that. There are a few things I've noticed that aren't listed in the patch notes, which I'm going to mention. But as far as the patch notes are concerned, I mean, there's a couple of things that fixes that to Arena Commander itself that were definitely useful and definitely good to see. Basically, one thing is the Arena Commander now is you can access it from the pause menu. So you hit the access to Arena from here, and you go directly to the Arena Commander login screen. As you see, so you haven't got to run to your ship. So those people that have got big hangars, and like myself, and I don't have a buggy, it takes me at least 2 minutes to run from one end to the other. So you can use the pause menu and hit it from anywhere, and choose the ship you want, and then you're in. Notice yet I've still got no multiplayer yet. Hopefully that's coming soon. I mean, they did announce when they announced this patch that they've let the first 20,000 citizens into the multiplayer beta today. So if anyone with a citizen number of 20,000 or below should now be in the beta. I mean, personally, my citizen number is about 42,000, so I'm getting close. If they ramp it up, well, we'll see. I mean, I expect maybe they'll ramp it up by doubling it again up to 40,000. If they do, I've got 2 more rollouts. If the current rollout goes well, then chances are they may go up a bit more than 40,000 next go, I may be in. The notes also did state something about more, helmet animations. I mean, the last patch they added helmet animations, and if I look here, if I look at the animations again, I don't really notice it being any different to patch 12.2 when they added the animation. So I'm not sure if someone does notice something different there, or maybe I should look at an old video just to see if there is anything else different. But other than that, they've noted that the countermeasures are going to now be more effective. The Hornet chain gun audio doesn't cut out. I mean, there's a lot of times I'm running around in a Hornet, and after a certain amount of time, the chain gun stops making noise, which is a little bit annoying. They've improved the 0G movement, lots of performance improvements. The lighting they've actually fixed properly this time. The last patch note said they fixed the AMD lighting issues, but they didn't really seem to make much difference. But now they've said in the patch notes, improved lighting but for real this time. So also you can no longer mount a turret on one of the missile racks spots in the holo table. I mean, some people were able to get some crazy loadouts because due to a bug you could actually mount a turret into the missile rack. They also resolved the issue where when you unmount certain weapons like the chain gun and remount it, there is no ammo. I come at the elevator here just to show you this. The new subscriber flare for your hangar for subscribers is this Freelancer Miss 2944 statue, and it comes with its own display case here. I mean, you can look at the model. The model is definitely very good looking, and there's no use on it, which is not a surprise. I mean, on the sticker at the front, it's got some stats like the length, beam, and width, and the crew. You also notice there's space there for a whole C model and also a Starfarer model. So if you imagine, I mean, this scale-wise, I mean, this one's 32 meters. So if this one's 225 meters long, then that's going to be quite scaled down. And you also have the box here, which is the Freelancer box, the box the model came in. Probably put it there for the collectors to have a look at. It's got the manufacturer there of the model. Is it Takuetsu that actually made the Starship, the actual model? The tower's been moved over here, which of course we can sully and dirty it up. I don't think they haven't reintegrated the costumes yet. That's probably obviously because of the helmet. You need the helmet on to go into the thingy. thingy-majiggy. I'm still a bit confused about the Hangar, whether or not it's supposed to be opaque like this now. I'm sure it never used to be. You never were able to see totally through it. It looks okay like that. It looks good up close, but if from a distance, it looks a bit odd on some elements because you can see through it. I still don't have anything in my display case, which I do need to really change. There's not too much else here to really say about changes, but what I'm going to go wait for the elevator to stop. They have added a lot of functionality into the Freelancer, so usable things. The Freelancer model was something new that was obviously added a couple of patches ago, the variants, with the new PBR models. You can now actually use some of the stuff inside it, which you couldn't before. I'm going to run down to one of my Freelancers just to show you. This is all stuff that's usable in the cockpit, the front end, which is the same on each one, so I'm not going to go and show it on each of them. I'll just go to the door, which is the first one, and we'll check it out. It's also worth noting as well that Sandy Gardner made a comment on her Facebook last night, replying to someone about the Constellation variant. Someone posted a message to her saying that they was getting withdrawal for not seeing anything new on the Connie for a few days, and you know they kind of wanted to, and she basically replied saying that the Constellation commercial and variants are due next month. So yeah, so my Freelancers here, the Max and the Dur, are probably going to have only a little bit more time in my Hangar before they get melted to get the Connie variants. I'll stop to come over to the 350R quickly because I'm not sure. It looks to me like they've changed the skin on this. I did see someone post some pictures of the 325 where the textures on the outside of the model would have been updated. I'm sure the textures on this 350 do look a lot cleaner, and you know it looks a lot shinier, as if it's had like it's fresh out of a wash. You know, had a fresh spray of paint on it. But it definitely looks nice. Look, what is that? There's a little shark fin on the top. We've got this little. See, I'm not totally sure what that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be a? We did have a. Hang on. There was a use thing I saw. What is that for? Oh, that's a chair. What? Is that a chair? Well, he's letting you click the use thing for the chair from out here, but obviously it pulls you through the roof, so you can still use the chair from outside. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm going to shift myself and head over to the Freelancer now. I'll be right back after the transition. Okay, so we'll head into the back of the Freelancer door and we'll show you the few changes. One other thing about the model that I showed you, the subscriber model, if anyone does actually want to get one and they aren't a subscriber, and they are available in the subscriber store for subscribers to buy and gift to friends for $5. So if you like the look of that and you would like to have one for yourself, you can find a friend who's a subscriber and ask him to buy one for you for a lowly sum of $5. But as far as the changes in here, I mean, the two rear seats here you can now get into, which you couldn't before. You can't do a great deal once you're in them. I mean, you can't look around. You can't zoom the view in anymore, so you can actually see inside. And you can't look while you're here, but you can actually get in them now. And as you see, they do have like little screens on them, which unfortunately you can't look down to look at them while you're sitting down, so you can't really tell what's on them. I'm not quite sure what these two people at the back will be seeing or doing, since it only needs a crew of two. You can also get into the beds, the bunks, so you can get up to the top one here. You can't look around while you're in the bunks either, so when you come up here, all you can really do is sleep, which, you know, is not so bad. But the top bunks seem a bit, I don't know, they don't seem very safe to me, because you could easily roll out of there. At least the bottom ones, you've got this, you know, this cover over it, so when you get into it, you can pull the cover. You could pull the cover back and stop you from rolling out. And it also has these screens above, so even though I can't move the cursor to show you the screen, you got the screens above you, so you can, like in a constellation when you're laying in bed, you can sit there and watch the galactic news or whatever's going to be on the screen. And also you got the screen, as you see on the right, to stop you from rolling out of bed. Now if you're actually sitting on the top bunk there, you can imagine if you're sitting in the back chilling and the pilot is driving forward and he has to make an evasive maneuver, if you're lying on one of these top bunks, you're going to be lying on the floor down here. And one other thing they changed in here is these tables you can now pop down. If you kind of come over here and hit the button, these two tables pop down with more displays, and you can sit in the chairs. Again, you can't look around as much, it's just showing some displays. I imagine that the bottom table looks like, maybe you can get like a galactic map up on here. It could be something a navigator would use to have a look around. But this part here, these changes in the front of the Freelancer are the same in all of the Freelancers. I'm sure that at some point in the very near future, when we'll get a bit more information about what those different things do. I'm just going to go and have a quick look at the Catalyst before I end this, just to see if there's any notable change. I'm not expecting much to be changed, but I did notice over the last couple of patches they did change the lighting in the Catalyst a lot, and it was a lot brighter, and it wasn't as eerie as it was looking. I'm not sure, I would imagine it was originally bugged and it wasn't supposed to look like it was, because it was all dark and it looks very piratey. But then in the last couple of patches they did change it so it was a lot brighter. So let's see if they made any more lighting alterations with these lighting fixes. I don't know, it does seem a little bit lighter. I mean, look, I don't know about this. I don't know if I'd want this big spotlight pointing down at me if I'm sitting on the loo. You're sitting on a space loo and you've got a spotlight on your head. It's like, no, don't spotlight me. I'm doing a poo. I do a space poo. Oh, that looks. You got like the lighting, the reflection from the lighting from up here, from the hangar underwater. So yeah, they definitely have made some tweaks to the lighting, which is good to see. Oh, you can get out again. Yeah, I wonder if they changed it so that you can. Yeah, they did change. They've added it back in. I mean, I'm sure I didn't check in the last patch, but I know when they brought the variants in and the lighting changed a bit, they did change this. I always had an issue getting in from the front entrance, but it's good to see that working again. So you can get out on the wing and climb down the ladder to get out that way. I'm going to end this here. Thanks guys for watching. I just wanted to go over a couple of the changes that have been done notice in the hangar. Some of the undocumented tweaks. There's probably a lot more that I've not noticed. I imagine normally within 12-24 hours of a patch landing, there's a nice big Reddit thread with all the diff, where someone does a diff compare and puts a full list of what's been noticed. I haven't noticed too much like that in the Reddit patch threads yet, but I'm sure it'll come soon. Hopefully there's nothing amazing that I haven't, that I have missed. But as far as that, I'll put the patch notes in the full patch notes in the description here if you want to read through them. And as I said, the first 20,000 multiplayer rollout has gone out, so I'm 42,000. So hopefully the next time they opt in people to the beta, I will be in. And so hopefully the next Star Citizen video I put out will be one of me saying that I've made it into the multiplayer and showing some multiplayer gameplay. I've not played too much of of the Arena Commander again, since I've done a little bit offline. I've not really streamed that much of it or played too much of it for videos, because it's, there's not much point at the moment. So I'm waiting for the multiplayer. I am going to try to mess around with the voice attack a little bit, hopefully before the multiplayer gets on. Not because I want to fully utilize it, but just to have it. I mean, after watching a video of someone with it set up to, and using the voice commands specifically to move power between shields and shields, weapons, and like maneuver and thrusters, and also to change the shields from like front to rear, move power around. I at least want to try to get that part of it working with voice attack before the multiplayer, because I would assume that that's going to would be a lot more useful to me at the moment. Whenever I run around in Arena Swarm, if I'm being chased by someone, I can't sit there and fiddle around with the numpad to try to get the power relocated between systems. It's just not something I can do. The shields I can. I mean, I can tweak power between the front and rear shields in like the 300i, for instance, when I'm being chased. That's not so much of a chore, but the power, I need voice attack for that, and I'll be working on that. So, again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, consider hitting the like, subscribing if you're not subbed. There'll be, hopefully, next Star Citizen video, as I said, will be a multiplayer one, showing my success or failure in the multiplayer alpha. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.